Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this thing to you all because of course the topic 7, right? And I realized I'm not open. Yeah, this is PDF. That's moderator. Okay, so for today we will go for topic 7. Okay, topic 7 is about tools and techniques for the performance excellence. Okay, so yeah, we proceed. Okay, because I think that this is a very long gap, okay, before you have the new video. And don't forget to keep on doing your group assignment draft because I still waiting. And yeah, thank you for those group has submitted, and you may proceed with your progress of video presentation because I want something different in your video presentation, not using just only PowerPoint slide, but you can use any like generally you can use what we call Canva, okay, in order to make your slide presentation more attractive. Okay, so without further ado, let's go with topic 7. Okay, topic 7 is about tools and techniques for the performance excellence, and try my best to make sure that you can have some like a knowledge in this topic. Okay, so what we learned in this topic, we might learn a few of tools that we use in order to measure some of the quality, performance and standards in the company and organizations. And you may see in here they have the tools for the quality design, which is the quality function deployment, okay, concept engineering, and design failure modes and effect analysis, which is called as DFMEA, DFMEA, or something like that. Right. So this is the tools for the quality design, and we should check one by one. What is this? Okay. So what is the quality functions deployment? So according to the textbooks, and also being stated in this slide text, okay, a process of translating, okay, customer requirement into technical requirements during the product development and production. So meaning to say, this is the process whereby we might whatever that the customer required for our products, okay, in the company as well, they will go into the technical. Let's say, okay, I give a very simple example. Okay, the customer may be demand for the product, for example, smart TV LED, okay, or smart TV what's now, right? I think like LCD plasma. I think more advanced, right? Whether 2K vision, maybe 5K vision, for example, more clear, crystal clear HD, for example. So the customer just went into the requirement, right? So how we want to make sure that this product can be translated into TV, plasma, LED, HD, 5K resolution, for example, right? So this will go into the technical requirement because they want to process, they want to produce the product, and of course they will go into the product development. So that's why when you see mostly like the manufacturer who are invented and producing their own brand name, right? For example, like flat screen television, for example. So they have symbols of their what we call features and the functions. Okay, the reason why because of this, okay, because the product development and also the product productions they have translated okay into some of the customer requirement, okay, into technical requirements. So it's not easy. Okay, you just want to read in the mind of the customer how the product will be processed, huh? And then QFD, okay, quality function that requirement benefits company through improvement communications and teamwork between all the constituencies in the value chain, such as the marketing. Because the marketing is the front line, the marketers, the what we call the customer service. Okay, so they are so called as the department who are liaise with the customer. Okay, they are dealing with the customer. And the design, of course, the marketing and design between the design and the manufacturing department and between the purchasing and supplier. Okay, why purchasing and supplier? Because they are the one who are supply just the product. Okay, because we want to produce the product, of course, we need some the materials in order to invent the product. So that's why we need these things. Okay, we need these particular things. Okay, right. So we're moving on to the next one. This is the house of the quality. Okay, it actually translated from all this statement into the diagram. Okay, so you can see that this is the interrelationship, something like in house, right? This is like house. Okay, and this is the voice of the customer who require your product visually. Okay, and then this is the customer requirement priorities. Okay, apa yang diutamakan, and then there will be like a technical requirement here. Okay, they will require in terms of technical. Okay, what you need to do with this, how to invent it, how to produce this product. So this is the relationship matrix, and this is technical requirement. And then when we have the competitive evaluation, we need to say you have to competing with the another brand name and also companies as well. The same products, okay, the same invention, the same of the product development, and then you can comparing with the another company. So this is the house of quality. You can see also how the framework also be designed like a house here, right? So this is a good thing because when we're doing product, okay, we are not just totally enjoying yourself, enjoying the company demand as well. Okay, everything that you want to do is based on the customer voice. Okay, all right. So we're moving on to building the house of the quality. Okay, how to build the previous house here. Okay, so this is the requirement. Okay, the first one, we have to identify the customer requirement. So meaning to say, whatever the customer requirement, we have to look into details. Okay, what actually the customer wants and needs. Okay, because this is the basic rules in the marketing. Because what means the marketing process in order to have the relationship between the suppliers, the seller and also the buyer, and at the same time to fulfill the needs and wants. Okay, so that's why they have this, because if you sell, there must be someone is buying your product. So, but in order to have the process buying process in that, whether that product, whether that services is really fulfill the needs and wants from the customer. So this is identify the customer requirement. Okay, and the second one, identify the technical requirement. Okay, whenever whatever let's say is very simple thing, you want to invent it, for example, like calculator. Okay, what is, for example, like this calculator, right? So what is actually the technical requirement that we need in order to make sure that, okay, your product have need some technical requirement on that. Maybe we need some chips, need some this plastic, we need some what we call the keypad itself, okay, the screen, okay, the mirror itself, whatever, okay, that you want to in order to invent it, okay, those calculator, for example, the technical requirement. This is done by the, of course, those the quality department function, okay, they will actually go into detail, okay, and then relate the customer requirement to the technical requirement. So this is very important because we want to know what is the significant, what is the relationship between those two, okay, when the customer require the product itself, and then how we as the inside, okay, internal suppliers, the company as well, the manufacturer of the product as well, will be determined, okay, how you relate with the technical requirement, what is the machinery we need, what is the tools we need, and what is, of course, the machinery apps, and maybe some of the software we need in order to invent this product, right? And then number four, conduct an evaluation of competing products or services. So this is a very, very important on the step four, because we are not the one, the main key player who are invented the products. So bear in mind, kita bukan satu-satunya syarikat yang mengeluarkan produk tersebut. You will also call as the calculator producer. They have a lot, okay, of the producer who are invented. Where maybe they have the company from Casio, okay, they have the company from Dali, they have the company from Lenovo, for example, okay, who are invented this calculator, scientific calculator, for example. So we have to do some evaluation. What is the SWOT analysis? What is strength of your competitors? What is the weaknesses? What is the opportunities and also the threats? So opportunities and the threat is actually one of the key players that you have to go into. And of course, whatever the weaknesses that you have, actually the strength for your competitors. So you have to know, okay, whatever that required, okay, inside of your product to make sure that you are sustainable in the market, untuk pastikan bahawa produk tersebut berada dan sentiasa kekal di pasaran. Okay, if you are not doing these things, okay, it might be afraid that you cannot sustain for a long time. Sekejap je ada dekat pasaran, kemudian produk tu hilang. And then evaluate the technical requirements and develop targets. So when we're talking about evaluate technical requirement, we have to go into what is the best of the technical requirement that we need in order to develop this, of course, the target customer as well. Okay, so we go into several of what we call requirement to make sure that which actually the best, whether method A, whether method B, whether method C, or whether to A, to B, to C, okay, and then determine which technical requirement to deploy in the reminder, and then the remainder of the production or delivery process. So in here, they said whenever that we have to some evaluation on that, and then we choose one, of course, and we proceed with that technical requirement strategy, and then of course we use it to align with our production and delivery process. So that is number 6. Okay, so this is the house of the quality that I'm referring to the previous one of this. Okay. Alright, so we're moving on to the next one, which is this is example, okay, the house of the quality by maybe AZ company. So you can see this in terms of the taste, nutrition, visual appeal, and also the good value. I believe this is something like a product, of course, it's a product because they have to, or maybe in terms of the food, if you wish to see, there is taste and nutrition here, okay. And in terms of the calories, okay, if you can see some of the indicator here, the bullets, okay, something like here, they have a very strong relationship during the between this indicator, price, size, calorie, sodium, fat, and the customer importance, and also we have the competitive relation versus the taste, nutrition, visual appeals, visual appeal means those how they do the marketing side, and also the good value. So this is you call as the competitor A, competitor B, and deployment. Deployment here means your company. Okay, how you decide on it. Okay, so this is the sodium. Okay, they have a very strong relationship here. So the product is a very high scale on the sodium, and then nutritions. Okay, they also have a calories here, strong relationship. Okay, and also they have fat, of course. Somehow I imagine this product something like fast food product, okay, fast food product, and then in here they said also very strong relationship into all the size and visual appeal. You can see that once you see, I'm so sorry, maybe I give some example like McDonald's, yeah, they have to keep on advertise in not only just during when we Google searching on online, right, but they also keep on appearing in our televisions, for example. And if I'm not mistaken, a few months ago, I listened to the Prime News. It's been stated by the CEO of Malaysia, Donald in Malaysia, said during this pandemic, this is one of the company that have high impact in terms of their sales and profit. Ketika dalam COVID ni, company yang menjulang keuntungan yang sangat banyak adalah company McDonald. So whereby the another company maybe they have a very like um how I can say a very distracted okay, of their income, but this company they have a very well and balanced income whereby they keep on producing and inventing a new of menu from their product, okay, and then of course the last one they have the good value in terms of price. They have like breakfast meal set, they have lunch meal set, they have also dinner meal set. So this is still something like attraction to who the user want this product, right? Okay, mashallah, all sudden. Sorry, yeah. Mashallah. Okay, so I hope it's okay now. Okay, now we're moving on to what yeah, I shut down my another desktop. Okay, alright. So we're moving on to the quality function deployment process. So you can see in here they have some like still like the symbolic of this house. Okay, this is house quality, right? uh, Quality house functions, and you can see they have technical requirements here, component characteristics. Okay, because when we how to say that, adopting okay this technical requirement, of course indirectly we want to know what is the component in the technical requirement. So this is so called in here. Okay, so we can see the component characteristic that involves. Okay, and then of course they have how this technical requirement and the component is processed and operates. So they will go with the third step in here, and the last one there will be a quality plan. Okay. So uh, basically when we're talking about this quality plan, this is something that you have to look into, because the planning inside, okay, we play some like what is the first step, what is the second step, what is the third step. So they will go into one by one on this. Right. So the concept engineering. So this is the second tool. Okay. All right. So what is the concept engineering? Mostly when we call as like the word engineer or engineering. Engineer is the person who are doing this engineering process. Okay. So engineering is the tool itself, how it operates and how it's processing. Okay. So what is this? Okay. So this is the concept of engineering. Number one, sorry if let's say also you can listen to my audio, meaning to say my mic is not operate as well. Okay, all right. So the first one, when we're talking about understanding the customer environment, we need to say, if let's say I give example just now, the customer is living in a suburban area. Okay, how does they want to use this product? So we look into also, okay, whether it a very universal and very user friendly product as well. Okay, and then converting the understanding into the requirement. Okay, whether whatever, okay, let's say you want to use I give example like plasma, TV, LED, flat screen TV just now, right? So let's say when they say converting understanding into this environment, okay, bear in mind when you want to use this kind of thing, you have to make sure that you been plug in your television directly to the electrical sources that direct to the wall. For example, dia kena dapatkan sumber elektrik yang terus kepada dinding ataupun kita kata bumi lah. Okay. The reason why, because if you using something like extension, it's not actually able to support, okay, your appliances. Okay, so this is some of the technical part that we have to understand. Okay, and then the third one, operationalizing what has been learned. Okay, so in here, when we do some like a part on this, we also have to know how it operates. How it operates, and of course we have to learn, right? And then the concept generation. Concept generation in here, whatever that the engineering has techniques, okay, I can say techniques and some of engineering method have been come into this come into the process. Okay, they have to know what is the concept, and the concept itself we have to generate it. So that is number four. Okay, and then number four and number five, the concept selection. Whatever the methods lah, whatever methods we that been proposed, okay, for our maybe technical requirement inside of this concept engineering, we have to select the best. So this is the concept selection on how we um, proceed, okay, with this process of engineering itself, okay, in of course in producing the product. Okay. All right, so the DFMEA, DFMEA, okay. So design failure mode and effect analysis, DFMEA, okay. Identifications of all the ways in which the failure can occur. So we can say that the product is not just totally perfectionist, okay. It some sort will have some like indicator to have like or error, okay, error, and this error is close to the failure that will be triggered to failure rate, akan berlaku kegagalan lah, okay. So to estimate the effect and seriousness of the failure, whatever that we have detected those failure, okay, of course we want to know how much this failure can affect to the whole failure. Macam mana certain error tu mungkin akan menyebabkan seluruh akan gagal. Okay, so we want to know how serious it are, okay, how serious the failure are, and of course to recommend the corrective design action. So this is the part on we want to know what is the corrective action that we have to take. Alright, and then okay, that is the part of DFMEA. Alright, and then we have DFMEA specifications. Okay, number one we have the failure modes. Okay, so we couldn't have predicting that this will be totally what we call perfect. Okay, there will be correct of the time. So there will be probably have these failure modes. Ada kan berlaku ada mode kegagalan. And how is this effect of failure on the customer? Okay, somehow the customer will start to complain. Okay, this product is not functional as what we advertise. Okay, they start to raise some complaints and maybe they publish in the web. Okay, they start to viral in so there will be some effect on this that the company have to face. Okay, and then severity, likelihood of the occurrences and detections rapidly. So this will be potentially to see that how the rate, okay, mostly probably from 70% the customer complains about the product, so it's quite like high, okay, high percentage on this. Okay, maybe from 10 customer, 5 is not just, is like a middle, maybe 7 customer who saying that this product is defect. So this is severity, kekerapan tu. And then potential causes of the failure, of course we look into what is probably the problem, why the failure is happening, and of course the corrective actions or control have to be taken. Okay, so this is the things that we have to look into. Okay, and then what is the tools for the quality planning? Okay, I'm saying to you all, this topic is totally about the quality planning and how we want to make sure that the quality control can be implemented. Okay, so there will be a several management planning tools. Okay, number one, we I think okay, maybe I have to start back because maybe some error. I realized that my voice is not all sudden is muting. Okay, okay. They have 7 tools of this quality management. Okay, quality planning. The 7 management and planning tools, they have infinity diagram, interrelationship diagram, tree diagram, matrix diagram, matrix data analysis, process design program chart, which is called PDBC, and also arrow diagram. And some part of this diagram, for example, like tree diagram, is very familiar to you all. Dia macam diagram berbentuk pokok lah. Okay. Okay. So this is infinity diagram. Okay, they have some like uh the main is poor quality costs. Okay, and then they have equipment costs and also the training costs. So in the equipment cost, they have like what is the instrument we use and whether it's test and inspection and computer for process control. So most probably I give simple example like car, automobile. This is the things that you have to go into. Okay, what is instrument? Okay, the method you use, and there will do some like prototype car, and then they go for testing and inspection. Okay, and then of course if there is a failure, they will go into the computers for the process control. What the method specifically, I cannot, I couldn't, I my knowledge is maybe beyond of this. Okay, but maybe they have certain of the software. Okay, they might use. And then for the failure cost, we have the internal part. Okay, they have scrub, rework, and downtime. Okay, then of course it's for here, scrub in here, whatever the draft that we done. Okay, and then rework. Okay, whatever that we maybe they have do some, how to say, okay, you do some work and then you submit, and then they say okay, do it again. Okay, so there must be scrub work, and then we will rework it again, do many multiple times, and then there will be the downtime for that. Downtime refer to how many periods of the use time for to accomplishing this product. Of course there will be some like failure cost in here. And for the external part, there will complaint investigation when the customer start to complain, and then your company as well, especially for the production and the quality department part, will do their investigation why this problem happened and why these complaints all sudden arise. Okay, and then recalls where we go back, because they will do the investigation, recall how the product has been used, how the product being produced, okay, why it happened like this, and then there will be returns. Okay, so this is mostly is activity diagram on this. So interrelation diagram, so they have some like a few here. You can see a rework cost unit, okay, failure cost. The main here failure cost, of course, because the product is failed. So of course it's about cost. Okay, they have prevention cost, defective units, number rework, they have to do multiple times testing, and total rework cost, okay, and then the cost of not reworking, meaning to say if let's say the product is not been working. Okay, so whatever the previous that we keep doing, okay, this product will have the cost itself, and number written, how many the product have been written, and the cost of processing returns, because you have to give some compensation to those the customer on this. All right, and then the tree diagram, this is a very, I think that mostly of you very learn in another subject on this. Okay, they have establishing quality cost system, they have three here. What, who is the responsible department? Okay, for example, like a marketing, okay, or maybe what we call customer service, data collections, okay, and of course they go with this account and finance department, intangible cost, what to measure, and yeah, here is relate with coordinating with the marketing and customer service. Okay, so in here we have the control over the reporting process. So responsible department, computerization of data collection. So this is actually have many on the side of the production, on the side of the marketing as well, because when you deliver the product to home and home, right? Okay, so this is done by maybe logistic and production. Okay, and this is the finance and account department. Okay, counting system, the payment, bill receipt, estimation, and the special system. Okay, all right. So we're moving on the process decision program chart. Okay, so this is something like your hierarchy chart actually. So they have installed the quality control system. They have establishing the installation team. Okay, select trial department who doing the R&D, research and development, the prototype department, okay, expense system, and then they used to, what is the step? Obtain the cooperation of the user, identify the quality cost of the categories, and then of course there will be the middle management resistance. What if let's say they maybe have some like objection towards this project, for example, and of course in here the cost is not available, means if there is um no in terms of the budget itself. Okay, and of course the possible countermeasure, the executive order. Okay, this comes from instruction from the top management, and then of course they will focus on the benefits, and for the cost not available here, they will modify on the accounting system, and there will be a direct observation. So this is the thing, possibility that the process decision program will be done on when they have counted on the failure cost on this. Alright. So I will stop at this slide 15 and I will continue back on here on my next part, which is part 2, inshallah, for these tools for continuous improvement and process analysis. Okay, don't forget again your assignment. Please do the draft, submit it to me as well. Yeah, and then I will do some checking on that, and then you can start to do your presentation. Okay, progress your video. All right, thank you for now, and thank you for listening up to my yeah, recorded lecture. So I hope that it's beneficial to you all. Any question, please do not hesitate to ask me in below comments and also in our group official WhatsApp. Okay, thank you for now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.